How's it going, Skong Gang? My name is Primacon, and now that all of us have calmed down a little bit and gotten into our beautiful, lovely Zen states after the fucking insanity that has been today, here is a video of a full breakdown of every single thing we got related to Silksong today, because after the direct was over, we got a bunch of stuff. If you are new here, do hit that subscribe button. I've been saying this for a long time, but when Silksong does come out, I will be doing a giveaway of that game, about 10 copies. So do subscribe to support the Skong cause. Now, as you know, we got about 5 seconds, 6 seconds of new footage with a 2025 release window in today's Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and we'll get to that at the end of this video because that's not news to you if you've been on my channel. We already covered that, so I'm gonna start with things that happened after the Direct, and then we're gonna lead up to the video footage we got, which will break down frame by frame and go over every new thing. Got it? Simple enough? Makes sense? Let's get into it. Starting off, we got 4 new screenshots for Hollow Knight Silksong. They were part of a press kit given out by Nintendo to game journalist websites. These are the screenshots right here. They were uploaded on Nintendo Life and a Go Nintendo game journalist website. Let's look at them because they're absolutely gorgeous. Most of them are of scenes that we have seen before in previous trailers, except this one. This is a completely new room. I know we have seen the coral roof area before, but this is absolute cinema. But yeah, this is part of that gilded city, which a lot of people have speculated to be the Citadel in Silksong. But the screenshot itself, they're all new. This one is the start of the Mossy Grotto area. But again, if you compare this screenshot to the actual trailer or demo footage, you would see that this is a new screenshot because the background and the art and the sprites seem updated. Already you can tell compared to the demo or the trailer, the colors look so much more richer in comparison. And this dude just looks imposing as all hell. You can see Hornet sporting a nice crest. I believe this is the Reaper crest that they've shown off before. And she's wielding a couple of tools. One of them looks like a boomerang. This next screenshot, my favorite of them all. You can see freaking fish in the foreground or the background. I'm not sure. And Hornet seems to be flying up. It could be the wind draft thing that we've seen in previous trailers before. Or this could not be the wind, but like a single line of silk that seems to be coming out of her mouth. I'm not sure if she's like reeling herself up like she's freaking Spider-Man or if this is just wind, but she looks so cool here. Her animation sprites just look so smooth and fluid in the video and the screenshots we got. And look at this. This is absolutely brand new. I'm not sure what this tool is supposed to be or why it's glowing white or why this silk meter stops here but then starts spooling over itself where this area is empty. Of course, we'll see when we have the game in hand, but this looks absolutely stunning to me. My personal theory is that it's white, maybe indicating that it's passive, while as these tools with up and down arrow, I think it's like which arrow you hold an arrow and then press a tool button to use that certain tool. So if you hold up arrow, press the tool button, it'll use the left one, otherwise the right one. This screenshot, we actually get to see a brand new crest that we have never seen before. This thing's look like a saw blade or a metallic gear. Who knows what it does, but it looks super cool. Again, Hornet sporting some tools here. And look at her cloak. It looks so dynamic, like you can practically see it flowing in the wind just through the screenshot alone. She's fighting the Bell cultist in the Citadel area. Looks beautiful. You can tell due to some compression artifacts the background looks a little blocky, but I'm sure it's not gonna look that way in the actual game. With like actual motion in front of you, it'll look much more cleaner. Wonder what this little thing is. Those are the 4 new screenshots. Next thing that we got is, if you look at Let's Twitter profile, he's sporting a brand new banner. It is this banner right here. This is official art for Silksong by Ari Gibson, and it looks so beautiful. We were talking about this in my Discord server, and a lot of people pointed out how dynamic this looks compared to the similar kind of art we got for the Knight, for Hollow Knight. Like the line artwork is just so much more cleaner and crisper. It has so much movement in it. It looks not stiff at all, and I love Hornet's like perched up pose. She looks like fucking Spider-Man right here. The colors are absolutely gorgeous, and I want this thing on my wall right here. Holy shit, if we can get like a displayed version, like a metallic poster of this, man, I would be a happy camper. In fact, this is gonna be my laptop wallpaper for the foreseeable future. For me, easily, this is Ari Gibson's best artwork when it comes to Hollow Knight Silksong. Fucking next level, dude. And of course, we see Leth sporting it. On the topic of Leth, Nintendo made an announcement that I showed that Silksong is, confirmed for this year. But just as a little cherry on top, Leth also reposted that. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. As you can see, this is already way more legit and real than the Xbox deadline ever was. That was something Xbox asked Team Cherry, they gave them internally. It was never mentioned by Team Cherry at all. Right now, we have Leth reposting it. It's everywhere. This is the real deal. Poor Crowsworn got shafted. Leth's banner used to be Silksong and Crowsworn. Now it's just Gong. Segueing from this post that he reposted, if you take a closer look at it, it says arriving on Nintendo Switch 2 this year, which is a very confusing wording for me, because does this mean that Silksong won't come out on Switch 1? I don't know. I talked to some people in my Discord server about it, and good old Meowsum over here pointed out how for other games that are coming to Nintendo Switch and Switch 2, they specifically said that in their tweet, coming to Switch and Switch 2. Even if you look at Deltarune's website, it says right there, coming to Switch and Switch 2. For Silksong, it just says arriving on Switch 2, so I'm not sure if we should look too hard into it. Personally, I do think we shouldn't look too hard into it until we get official confirmation from Team Cherry if Silksong is coming to Switch 1 or not. So far, nothing has updated from their end, other than obviously Leth's profile picture and his repost, but I'm expecting that to change very, very soon. So these little questions that we haven't answered, I'm pretty sure they're going to be answered pretty soon, and I'll cover them as soon as they get answered, of course. Another very minor thing I noticed, like at the end of the Switch, Team Cherry was like right here on the top right, copyright 2025 Team Cherry, as a list of everyone who took part in this. I mean, it's obvious stuff, but still. Now, this is the slowed down version of the footage we got today at the Direct, and like with this Mossy Grotto area, we have seen this before, but if you pause it and compare it with like previous snapshots of the same area, you can see that the background has evolved and updated so much. This is the most interesting piece of clip we got, because this is a slope. We don't have slopes in Hollow Knight. We have never seen slope mechanic in Silksong. These little fucking balls look like cotton balls. They look so beautiful. And on top, it looks like a little snowing effect. I don't think it's snow. I think it's more of this cotton that's falling down and assembling into these little balls. And of course, Hornet is running down a slope, jumping over the spike. Look at her movement. Her animation is so fluid. There's so much to it. It's absolutely gorgeous. These top sprites remind me a lot of Forgotten Crossroads. And another thing in this footage to note is this little tool. We have seen this before, but the color change. It looks a little bit more brighter now. Obviously, then there's this final clip. There's this octopus looking freak. I don't know why this thing creeps me the fuck out. This enemy looks so cool. They have like a golden mask. Very, very nice. This dude is just dead. Don't even worry about him. And this seems to be the same sign language on the banner that they have used on different signposts. Like this kind of signpost that they've used before. These very long symbolic kind alphabets. They seem to be present on these banners right here. Of course, Hornet does her freaking whiplash attack, sends this dude fucking flying to Narnia. And if you look to the right side, there's a gate blocking our way, so I'm guessing this is like an arena you enter in because it's a wide open space. Both doors come down and then you have to kill a bunch of enemies to progress. And once again, we see a tool in the middle that is white in color. So curious to see what these UI elements all mean. And lastly, there was this little clip showcased at the end, which seems to be a new boss fight. It looks very, very cool. If you look at that, man, those legs are freaky. It reminds me of kind of a centipede looking creature holding a giant mace. One thing to note right here though, the middle tool is not glowing white anymore. So maybe it's a thing that if it's white, you can use it, and then when you spend that tool, maybe it's like a one-time use only, then it goes gray until you replenish it again. That could very well be the case. Look at that giant cauldron looking thing in the background. It does a jump attack and then Hornet does like a little wall bounce, it seems. Like look at that, boom, wall bounce, and then immediately goes on the offensive. Hornet doing wall climb right here, of course. And look, this thing charges its maze. It starts glowing. Like here, it's not glowing. He backs up, charges it, and then boom. I think that hits you. It does like a lot of damage. Probably triple damage. I'm willing to bet this game's gonna have triple damage, even quadruple damage just in base game, because Hornet can just press one button and heal like a lot of her health. And of course, it has the little cult symbol on his forehead. Probably one of the beasts belonging to the Bell cults. All these clips that we've seen today, they seem to be like part of something larger. Maybe a final release date trailer, maybe a demo, another segment with Team Cherry. It seems to be part of something, these little clips. I highly doubt that's all Team Cherry prepared. So it's a pretty easy bet that something big is coming very soon in terms of marketing. At this point, we should really keep an eye out on their Twitter account and their YouTube. And I was saying that Silksong could show up at the treehouse, but apparently I missed that they showcased the lineup of the treehouse already, and it was there at the end of the Nintendo Direct as well. And Team Cherry isn't listed on it, so I don't think they're gonna be at the treehouse. But I think now we can trust the leaks that we got, that Team Cherry gave an internal deadline of June 2025 to Xbox. Remember those leaks? Looks like they're legit. The timeline just fits. And speaking of Xbox, they are of course doing their best to remind you that Silksong will also be on Game Pass day one. They're like, please, don't buy it at Nintendo. Buy it at Xbox. They're like out here being cute and cozy with the commenters. I'm probably gonna purchase Silksong just on Steam and gonna get a physical collector's edition for like the PlayStation 5. With how insanely expensive Switch 2 is turning out to be, I don't think I'll be buying that console anytime soon, which is why it'll also suck if Silksong doesn't come out on the Switch 1, but that's just jumping the shark way too fast. We need to wait for Team Cherry to make some sort of statement about the coming platforms. Should not jump to conclusions. That pretty much covers every single thing we got for Hollow Knight Silksong today. If I did miss anything, do like comment it down. I might pin it. Thank you for listening to me talk and yap, and I hope Mossbag makes a video about this because that's the only one who's missing, and I'm itching to see a new Mossbag Silksong video. It's been fucking forever. Primacon signing out.